Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be putting some suspected AliExpress dupes to the test. So if you've watched my channel before, you'll know that I'm a massive fan of AliExpress. I love finding those gems of makeup products that just take your breath away by how amazing they are, but also how affordable they are. And a lot of the time as I'm trying out these products, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this product really reminds me of an Ofra product, a L'Oreal product, an ABH product. And I love to watch dupe videos because I love to not spend a lot of money. I'm a cheap ass, apparently. So I was hoping that this will be the kind of video that you may like to watch, and it may give you some kind of dupe options. I think now more than ever, we're living in an extremely fragile, vulnerable economy. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, if you're in China, America, Australia, Italy, Ireland, like wherever you are, everyone at the moment is struggling, with the economy in some way or another. So I just thought that this kind of video, like now more than ever, may be useful to some people. And also I get some delight in finding something cheaper that I could potentially have paid a lot more money for, and basically like they're the same thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure that I should really be like, one of those people that has like a metal detector and they just spend hours and hours on a beach, going up and down with their metal detector, just waiting to find that diamond ring. So I have collected a bunch of suspected dupes here today, and I've still got more left. I've still got more to kind of, match up to their perfect higher end partner. So today we've got an eyebrow promenade, a bronzer, a highlighter, a blush, like a glowy blush. If you enjoyed this video, please could you let me know in the comments, and I will definitely go ahead and I'll maybe do a series of these videos, maybe. Just before we get into the video, I do just want to send my love to you all. I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're managing to cope under these extremely surreal circumstances that we all kind of find ourselves in. So I just want to send my love to everybody, and I hope that everyone's doing good today. Okay, so today I thought we could start with the eyebrow promenade because my face never feels even like 10% complete without having my eyebrows done. So today we're going to be testing out to see, is the D&M eyebrow promenade better, or not even better, but is it on par with the ABH promenade? So the D&M product cost about £2 and the ABH one is around £20, so it's significantly more expensive. I've been using the ABH one for a couple of years now, but then after trying the D&M one I kind of switched it up, and I've kind of been using this one, and honestly I cannot tell the difference in terms of formula, in terms of shade, or ease of application, lastability. Like, I don't see any difference, but I've never tested them out side by side. So I feel like until you've actually tested something out side by side, it's tough to say for sure. So both of these promenades are in their shade taupe. We've got the ABH one here, and then we've got the D&M one here. The shades do look extremely similar just in the tub. The only difference that I would say, just like visually, I do think that potentially the ABH one's going to be a bit creamier, whereas the D&M one may be slightly more of like a solid product. So I'm going to begin with the ABH, and we're going to pop this on my right hand side, which is what we're going to do with all of the higher end options. I'm also going to be using different brushes with each application. So I've got 2 eyebrow brushes, so I'm going to use this one for the ABH. I want to be scientific with this. Oh, like, where's my mirror? Like, where is she? What is she up to? Oh, there's no mirror in there. Oh, what? It was black originally, and somehow now it's white. Like, what happened? I have no idea. Like, no idea. maybe it got sprayed with something. I don't know. But anyway, right, so we're going to go in with the ABH. So I recently shaved off the tail of my brows. I'm sure you've noted by now if you're new to my channel. And I would definitely say that if you are thinking of doing it, the hair grows back so fast. I've just had to like reshave them again this morning. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid if you are thinking that you would like to. I'm so sorry, I'm finding it extremely tricky to multitask and talk and apply at the same time. Apparently that's beyond me now. I'm sure that I'm losing some of my motor skills from being in lockdown. So I'm going to do... Oh, it was this. Oh my gosh. So I like wafted this and, you know, got like a breeze in my face. And I thought like there was a ghost in the room. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a ghost. Like literally, it suddenly got really cold. But don't worry, it's not. It was just the mirror. Oh my gosh. Right, guys. So I'm going to do this in silence. So this is the ABH side. I like it, but let's see if the D&M can match up. I am going to be keeping this makeup on for the day, so I'm also going to be testing lastability. So I will come back to you at the end of the video with an update as to how the makeup has stood the test of time. So we're testing today. We're testing on appearance of the product, on formula of the product, on lastability of the product, and just the sensationalism of the product. Okay, so next we're going to go in with the D&M one, and instantly I do notice that, you know, it's definitely a more solid kind of formula, whereas if I just show you the ABH, can you see it's just a lot softer, a lot creamier, it's almost kind of clay-like. So there is definitely a difference in the formula. Okay, so I'm going to apply this in silence again, of course. Okay, so this is the final look. We've got the D&M and the ABH. I know that I've not matched them up perfectly. This brow is definitely thicker than this brow, but in terms of the shade, I would say they're a very close match, although the D&M is just a tiny bit darker. However, in terms of like, I think, like in my opinion, in terms of how they look, I think they just look like the same product. Like, I don't think anyone would look at my eyebrows and think that I'd use two different products to do each side. So for that reason, I would definitely say that I do believe that this is a really, really good dupe. It just depends how it's going to, you know, last the test of time. You know, with a Promenade, you want it to last all day. You don't want it to smudge. So that's definitely something that I'm going to be focusing on for the rest of the day. I would also love to know what your thoughts are downstairs in the comments. So if you could let me know what your opinion is on the dupes, I would really, really appreciate that, because yeah, it's really good to get like a different opinion. So yeah, I think so far so good with the Eyebrow Promenade, but next we're going to test out the bronzers. So the two bronzers that I've got today are miles apart in price, but I just have a feeling that the formula is going to be the same, although I do have a sneaky suspicion that the shade is going to be quite different. The cheaper AliExpress option is by the Hold Live brand, and this is called the Butter Bronzer Powder. This instantly, like when I first saw it, reminded me of its dupe, which is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. They just look so similar. If I hold them up side by side, I mean, the Physicians Formula one now, oh, what's going on? They've got that same kind of, you know, like wavy look on the top. The Physicians Formula, it does come off as quite warm on me, like dare I even say like orange on me, whereas the Hold Live bronzer, it definitely has a cooler edge to it. So I'm not really convinced that these two are going to look exactly the same, But I do think the formula is going to be consistent, and I love both of these bronzers. If anything, I think I prefer the Hold Live one because it's not like orange. It doesn't look orange on my face. I'm going to begin with the more expensive side. So it's the Physicians Formula side. I do like this bronzer, but I definitely would not repurchase it because it makes me look orange, of course, but also because I cannot stand the smell. It just stinks of coconuts, and I know that a lot of people love the smell of coconuts. I am not one of those people, and this has such a potent smell. It's just totally overwhelming for me. But anyway, so I'm going to begin, as I said, with this side. Do I even have a clean brush? I don't think I do. I think I'm asking way too much of myself here. I'm just going to pack this on. I know that this is kind of like a cult favourite now. The reason why I bought it was just because I'd heard so many positive reviews on it. And I think it was actually Kathleen Lights that finally persuaded me to buy it, because I know that she's got quite fair skin. And she absolutely loved it. So yeah, she was the main reason why I kind of went for it. But yeah, I definitely would not repurchase. I think I prefer a cooler kind of bronzer because I just think it has more impact on me. Although, I don't know if a warmer bronzer actually maybe is more complimentary on me. I don't know. Can you even see it? I feel like you can't even see it. What? What? Where's my orange glow? Like, where is it? I'm going to use a different brush because I just feel like that brush was shockingly bad. Okay, so I'm going to use this brush, which is a bit denser and not as floppy. I feel like you can't even see it today. What's going on? Oh my gosh. I feel like this bronzer is not very like visible at all today. Or maybe it's just looking in the camera. No, it's definitely not. This is disappointing. Honestly, like, I've used this bronzer so many times and I just don't know why she's not showing up. Do you know what? I'm not going to tap off the excess, and I'm probably almost certainly going to regret this, but I'm just going to pop more on. I just don't know why we can't see her today. It's very peculiar. Okay, so I feel like that's the best we're going to get, and I feel like I can barely see her, but anyway, so this is the Physicians Formula side. So next we're going to try the Hold Live bronzer on the other side of my face, and hopefully we're able to see her today. I don't know, has my face started rejecting bronzer just because I've not used it a lot recently? By the way, I will leave links to all of the products mentioned in the description downstairs, just if you are interested in picking any up, you can. Okay, so I definitely feel like I can see this bronzer more. I don't know why the Physicians Formula is not showing up today. She's just not coming out. Maybe she's in lockdown as well. She's just quarantining. I don't know. So, I mean, I definitely prefer the Hold Live side, just because like we can see her, which, you know, that's like number one on my list of makeup. Like, I want to be able to see the product. So I'm just gonna, oh, my roots are so bad. Like, can you see? They are so bad. So bad. But I really want to dye my hair like neon green, which I've been wanting to do for years, but I've always just felt like it's a step too far. Like, I'll happily just like wander into the office with hot pink hair, with red hair, with blue hair, just whatever colour hair, but I just feel like neon green, that would probably, I don't know, just, I think I'd get told off. I don't know, maybe not. But, okay, so guys, so this is the finished look. I definitely like, I mean, this is definitely one of those occasions where I would really, really appreciate your feedback, because I don't know if I'm just like not seeing things, but I can't really see the Physicians Formula as visibly, as I can see the Hold Live, and I definitely prefer everything about the Hold Live. Just everything about it. It's, in my opinion, it would be the one to go for. And just to let you know, I have this in the shade 501. We have 2 shades, and this shade is the lighter of the 2. So I definitely do think that these are similar, but instead of buying the Physicians Formula and spending more of your hard-earned money, I would recommend the Butter Bronzer by Hold Live 1000%. 1000. Okay, so next we're going to be comparing high-end with affordable blushes, and I've got 2 options. So I've got the Diamond Gold highlighter by Focallure, and I've got a mineralized blush by MAC, and this is in the shade Petal Power. Technically the Focallure product isn't a blush, but I tend to use it more as a kind of shimmery blush just because it's kind of quite pigmented, and for that reason I just think it makes for a really beautiful kind of glowy blush. So I was scouring my higher end kind of blushes to try and find a good match for the goal, and the best one I came up with was this one, and I do actually think they are quite similar. So the Focallure is in the shade Rose Radiance. The shade is so beautiful because it's pink, but it almost has a hint of gold. I'll do a swatch in a minute so that you can see exactly what I mean, but the MAC Petal Power blush is very similar. It's pink, but then it has this kind of, you know, undertone of gold. Yeah, I was just thinking these two are quite similar. Like, they're on the same journey, but maybe like they took different turnings. So they're not 100%, but I'm going to do a swatch of each so that you can kind of see how they look on the skin. Okay, so on this finger we've got the Focallure, and on this finger we've got the MAC. The Focallure instantly is looking more blinding, so I'm going to do a swatch of the Focallure and then a swatch of the MAC. I think it's probably stronger in the Focallure, but can you see what I mean about the almost kind of duochrome, kind of pink gold appearance? Like, you can see kind of gold at this angle, but then more pink at this angle. I don't know if you would agree with me, but I think that, you know, in comparison, the Focallure just looks so much better, whereas the MAC is kind of, it's lost in a way. It's lost, you know, standing next to the Focallure. It would be like me standing next to Gigi Hadid. There's just no comparison. Like, nobody's going to even notice me. One thing I should make clear, though, to be fair and reasonable, is that the MAC product does call itself a blush, whereas the Focallure product does claim to be a highlighter. So, you know, in all fairness, the MAC is not claiming to be a highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to put on too much of these products because I am going to go in with a highlighter because I have a highlighter suspected dupe. So to begin with, we're going to start with the MAC. This is what she looks like. She's got such a lightweight formula because she's a mineralized product. She's just very I don't know what word I'm looking for, but she's very that. Today as well, I'm very fortunate because I have 2 of the same brush, so there's going to be no inconsistencies with application. I just feel like I should be a scientist undertaking research trials. Probably not, but probably not. Anyway, I fully appreciate that these research scientists are highly educated. They put so much time into their craft, so in no way do I want to minimise that by comparing them to me just trying out some dupes in my spare room. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like I have to say that. Oh my gosh, what are my lips doing? Oh my gosh, let's take this off. Sorry guys, I hope my lips were not offending you. Oh, by the way, a lot of the filler seems to have, I don't know, the filler must be dissolving at this point because I've not had my lips like touched up in about 8 months now. Not 8 months actually, no, about 5 months. But anyway, I've still got like lumps and bumps. It's a pain in the ass, honestly. But I'm just going to put my, oh, there's nothing in there. I forgot this one was for display purposes only. So, okay, we've not got anything giving us anything in there. So I'm going to pop this one on. Oh, I absolutely love these. These are like my favourite lip products ever. So these are the L'Oreal Colorish Shines. They're just so comfortable. They're just no fuss. Like, they're not high maintenance like fecking liquid lipstick. They just make your lips feel like so comfortable and moisturised. This is in the shade Topless. Oh my gosh. What was it about the shade of this that made someone think, I know, let's call her Topless? I just don't know. Okay, so we're going to go in with the MAC. I mean, she definitely has given us some beautiful but subtle glow, which I like. I must say I am a really massive fan of the Mineralized formula by MAC. Yes, I love it. And I definitely do think that it's kind of worth the money you pay for it. But then again, I think that the Focallure product I'm not saying it should be, because I don't want Focallure to put their prices, but like if I paid like £25 for the Focallure one, I definitely wouldn't think that I paid too much, honestly. So, okay, so this one is Petal Power by MAC. It's actually quite subtle, like I can't really see that much pink, honestly. Next, we're going to go in with the Glow. Again, I do just want to say that this is marketed as a highlighter, so undoubtedly it will be glowier, more blinding than the MAC product, but I just think that the shades are kind of the same. So I'm going to go in with like a light hand because I don't want too much glow. This is gorgeous though. This is gorgeous. If you're a fan of pink, sheeny kind of products, you need her. She costs about £4. Definitely worth every single penny. I actually think they do look very, very similar. I'd say that this Focallure side does look more pink, but they've both got this beautiful gold radiance. Can you see? And it's very subtle. Like, I could definitely have gone in with a heavier hand with the Focallure and my face could look a lot glowier over here. And I do think that it probably, I don't know, do you think it looks more glowy over here than over here? I don't know, maybe even not. These two are closer in shade than I actually thought they were. It's kind of like they have a subtle pinkness to them, but then you've got this most beautiful golden glow. So, do you know what? I am dead on with my dupes today. I'm going to just, like, after I finish the video, I feel like I'm going to write myself out a certificate to say, well done, Animator, on your dupe finds, because I think so far every single one is 100% correct, even though I've only tried, I've tried 3 of the products. Get me. Someone go out and buy me a diamond chandelier to celebrate. I mean, really. Okay, so we've come to the final suspected dupe in our lineup today. This is going to be a highlighter dupe. I've got 2 highlighters, and this is very special to me, and it's actually quite a big moment because the higher end highlighter is my favourite highlighter ever in the world. Out of all of the hundreds of highlighters that I've tried, this one has my heart. So this is a Rodeo Drive by Ofra. It's the most beautiful champagne / gold highlighter. The formula's great. The level of glow is just enchanting. She's beautiful. Like, you know that when you put on Rodeo Drive, you're going to look $1 million. Even if you've got a yeast infection, you're still going to look or feel, you're going to look at and feel $1 million. So we've got Rodeo Drive on the high end side, and on the affordable side, you've got a highlighter by Hojo. I think it's by Hojo. I'm just going to go with it. It's by Hojo, and it's called the Brilliance Highlighter. So they definitely, in my opinion, we're trying to dupe the ABH and Amrezy dupe, just because the look of it just looks very similar to that highlighter. I've not tried the ABH version because I don't know, I think it's sold out. I was going to buy it at one point, but then I could never seem to get my hands on it, and I don't know if they're actually selling it anymore, so I can't let you know really if it does compare to that one. But I have a sneaky suspicion that the shade of it is going to be very similar to the Ofra one. So I'm going to do swatches of both. We can look at the swatches and then we're going to apply. It's a little bit tricky of me to get a swatch of my Rodeo Drive just because I have hip hand, but I've done the best that I feel that I can do. So we've got the Ofra on this finger and then we've got the Hojo on this finger. So I'm going to swatch. So this one is Hojo. Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. So gorgeous. And then this one, that can't be Rodeo Drive because that looks terrible. What? I think the problem here is that I just can't get enough of the Rodeo Drive to do a swatch because, oh my gosh, there's no comparison there. There is no comparison. The Hojo one looks a million times better. I'm just going to go back in to Rodeo Drive just to see if I can dig up more of the product so that I can actually do like a swatch. Because at Rodeo Drive, what has happened to you? I'm going to also take this opportunity just to get rid of all the other swatches so I've got more real estate space. Okay, so I ended up like digging my fingernail into Rodeo Drive just so that I could, you know, get a few chunks off and then I could squash down to get some product up. This is Rodeo Drive. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's her. That's the lady that I know and love. And we've got the Hojo one. So in terms of a glow, I would definitely say that they're both kind of perfect matches for each other. I think the shades are extremely close. If I had to say, I'd say the Rodeo Drive is more champagne, whereas the Hojo is slightly more gold. The formula with these two products is definitely different. The Hojo is, I say, a drier kind of feel. It feels kind of more textured. It does have tiny little glitters in, but you can't really see them, you know, once you kind of swatch the product into your skin. I'd say the Rodeo Drive is definitely smoother. It feels more like butter, you know. It feels nothing like butter at all now that I think about it. It's a really bad analogy, that. And do you know what? I've used that analogy so many times, but it feels nothing like butter, honestly. It's just very smooth. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pop these on the face, but first I'm gonna do what I always do pre-highlighter, and that is spritz my face with some Fix Plus, just because I think it creates the perfect wet, moist highlighter ready base. Oh, so that's the lavender infused Fix Plus, and I still don't know if I love or hate the smell. I've just not decided yet. Again, we've got two different brushes that we're going to be using, and I am going to begin with the Rodeo Drive side, or the high-end side, I should say. I mean, really. Oh, I almost went into the wrong product. I do have a dupe for Pillow Talk. I think it's called Pillow Talk. Is it? No, it's called Blissful. Oh my gosh. I feel as bad as I would have done if I had triplets and I forgot one of their names, honestly. But yeah, this is Blissful, and I do have a dupe for that if you do want to see another video from me, I will show you in that video. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to apply her. I am definitely going to have to repurchase her again soon. But do you know what? I've got enough in there to last me for a bit. So I'm going to definitely like bring this onto my cheeks today. Oh, I've been very messy indeed with my application. I really, really have. But okay, so this is the beautiful Rodeo Drive. She's just so gorgeous. She's just got enough warmth in her to really brighten up my face but not look too dark. She is just perfection. She's perfection in terms of formula, but also in terms of shade, and that's why I love her. On the other side, we're going to try the Hojo. I kind of felt bad for Hojo then, you know, because I've just been raving about the Rodeo Drive, and then I saw her just sat on my makeup table looking like all anxious and nervous because she's thinking, oh my gosh, how am I meant to follow that? How am I meant to? But don't worry. Don't worry, we're open-minded here. We just want you to be yourself, give the performance that we all know you can give, and just go out there and rock it. Okay, so on the face, like, I can definitely see that it's not as flattering on the skin. It's definitely kind of emphasising out, I think, is it? I don't know. I might be talking ridiculousness here, but it is definitely, on the face it looks lighter than Rodeo Drive, so I do not think they're a perfect shade match. This definitely looks a little bit more unnatural, but that's only because the shade is kind of slightly lighter, you know, on the face. Whereas I think the Rodeo Drive just like, I don't know, it just kind of highlights the face and adds like a pop of warmth. So yeah, I mean, I do definitely prefer Rodeo Drive, which probably isn't a big shock to anybody, but I do think that the Hoja one is very similar. Okay, so we have tried out all of the dupes today, and I would definitely say that how many have I tried? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I definitely say that out of the 4 dupes. Is that right? I would definitely say that all of the dupes, with the exception of the highlighter that we just tried, I say all of them were really, really good dupes. And I even think the highlighter is a good dupe, but I think you can see it now, you know, from a distance. It's just not as blinding or just as refined as the Rodeo Drive. But I still think she's really, really beautiful. But anyway, as promised, I'm going to go away. I'm going to keep the makeup on my face for the rest of the day. And then I'll be back to give you an update on how everything's lasted. I think everything's going to last really, really well. It's mainly for the eyebrows. I just want to see how well the eyebrows hold up. But anyway, I will see you soon. Hello there. So I am back as promised to let you know how these products. Oh, I was kind of thinking, should I say products or dupes? And I said products. But I promised that I would tell you how I thought they lasted and stood up over the test of time. So here I am. So I filmed the beginning of the video at about 11 o'clock this morning, and it's now almost 6 p.m. So I've had the makeup on for quite some time. I would definitely say that I think the highlighter probably on both sides has kind of like faded a little bit. I've been rolling about with the boys and I touch my face a lot. I know I shouldn't, but I do. So yeah, I think the highlighter has probably, like, it doesn't look as blinding as it did before, but that's fine, you know, I can deal with that. I think that the blush, I mean, I didn't really apply too much of it, but it doesn't look as pink, I don't think. But anyway, I've definitely been just touching my face like so much. But the product that I was really, really interested mainly in kind of seeing how it would perform long term was the Eyebrow Promenade. So we've got the ABH over here, which is looking great still. But then over on this side, we've got the DNM, which honestly is looking great still. I had maybe a little bit of like a preconceived judgment that the DNM would maybe smudge, or I just didn't think it would, like, I don't know. I think just because it's cheaper, I was thinking there's no way that it can perform as well as the ABH product, but I think we've kind of seen today that it definitely has. I mean, right, look at my eyebrows now. Would you pay maybe like £18 more for this? Like, please, 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 in your decision making, don't take into account that my eyebrows, they don't look the same. Like, they're definitely not twins. They're probably sisters from another mister. But in terms of, like, you know, the product and kind of how it looks, to me, there's absolutely no difference. And we've proven that over a period of time, they both last just as well as each other. So, do you know what? I feel like I'm really, really happy that I mean, I'm not bigging myself up, but I'm really, really happy that I've done this video, because it's just kind of inspired me so much, because I've got so many products from AliExpress, and over the years of trying them, so many times I've like tried a product and I've thought, you know what, that reminds me so much of that £40 product, but I paid £2 for this. So I'm going to I think I'm going to start a series. I'm going to make it my mission to find all of the fabulous dupettes from AliExpress. If you could let me know in the comments downstairs if you like this kind of video, that would be really, really helpful. But anyway, I am going to go. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, when I went downstairs, Anton, he could not tell the difference either between like each side of my face, like both sides just looks so similar. But anyway, guys, in my next testing out the dupes video, I've got a glittery liquid eyeshadow, I've got another highlighter dupe, I've got a foundation dupe, I've got a liquid highlighter dupe. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about this, like so excited. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I hope that you have a really, really good rest of the day, and I hope to see you soon. If you did like this video and you enjoyed it and you maybe want to see more videos, if you could subscribe, please. I don't normally say that, but then I read this thing online the other day that it said, you know, if YouTubers do ask people to subscribe, then people generally do. So do you know what? I just thought, well, why not? Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.